Hi, my name is Logan Atal. I'll be reviewing, I am doing a video on American culture reaction video, the article Body Ritual Among the Nakarima by Horace Minor. Starting off with the first question, reflect on your reaction to the article and how it depicts American culture. After reading the article by Horace Minor, I found most of the information very confusing. I was having trouble finding the purpose and meaning of the article and how it depicts American culture. Once I did a little more research, I found this article. The line between weirdness and normalized depends entirely on your point of view. Looking at the article, I understood how Nakarima is American spelled backwards, and the intention of the article, it was instead a point of criticism of how anthropologists' tendency to hype up the perceived weirdness of other cultures. His aim, as he puts it, was to show that everything that's normal to us might seems weird to someone else. That's the basic idea. That's why he picked Nakarima, those people. He talks about American culture of the people, the society, and what American culture does. Then figuring out what Horace Minor was trying to display about American culture, it depicts American culture by using rituals. For example, the shine room is in American culture, is things people do every day in the bathroom versus they worship in theirs. Horace Minor was using the Nakarima as an example because obviously it's completely different from what we do. They do rituals in there and we just wash our face. It's just how it's similar to, for them it's normal, to us it's weird. What we do is weird to them, but for us it's normal. The main idea of this is, as a reader, is having a cultural perspective and seeing what other cultures do aside from you, and what other groups of people can make it seem like those groups are ridiculous or weird, without knowing what the reasoning for why they follow that practice is to make the assumption they're weird is not right because it is normal to them. It's kind of a backlash on Americans, but that's just how it goes. Answering the second question, describe a communication pattern, practice, ritual, or event in your culture as it might be seen from an outsider observed. I decided to go for a common communication pattern, which is online dating. Online dating is very popular nowadays. One of the major benefits of these sites and apps is that there's so much choices out there. No matter what sort of experience or person you are looking for, you will find a dating site or app that can help you meet them. This means that there are sites to suit all tastes, preference, and relationship aims. The most common ones people use today are Tinder, Bumble, and other ones. Some called eHarmony, Christian.com, or Farmers Only. The reason it applies to U.S. culture is because I believe U.S. Has the most users for online dating. Also, it's kind of something the U.S. kind of brings up. U.S. has a lot of unique trends, and we're kind of like the trendsetters of the world. So that's why I thought online dating could be a cultural communication for the U.S. And one last thing to end off about that is we're very technology driven and we have a lot of technology. So creating these websites was the first thing that happened in the U.S. and that's why it's such a big deal and cultural very value for the U.S. is dating sites and social media. And the next question, how this pattern, practice, or ritual has changed throughout history. Well, it's changed dramatically throughout history. For example, before dating apps were a thing, people relied on face-to-face communication. So if you liked someone, you'd walk up to them and shoot your shot. It wasn't like you say, I want a smart white girl who's Christian, and then a whole line of girls would line up. That's not how it worked. You banked it off if you saw them in person, you'd go for your first thought. Unlike today, people can make settings and premises for who you want, and they get a whole variety of lists. And also, it's not only limited to where you live, it's limited to around the world. which is very different and has changed throughout time, especially with social media becoming a new thing in the last 20 to 30 years. One drawback on that, for the fourth question, final question, briefly share my evaluation of these changes as beneficial or detrimental to U.S. culture. I think there's two things. I think it's a good and bad. The negative of online dating is people sort of lack the confidence. They rely too much on technology to communicate with others, which is not good. You should be able to be just as confident as you are online to as in person, so that you can grow as a person. A good thing about online dating is you can meet people from all over the world and pick what dating app you want to use that is specific to religion, or interest. Just like this one site by AZ Big Media, dating sites or apps that can help you meet them. This means that they're sites that are suited to all tastes, preference, and relationship aims. Another good thing about dating sites is it helps you find the one. It helps you find the one who you're looking for, and more people are starting to use these dating apps because of this. It's beneficial to the world because more people are starting to find their significant other and aren't becoming as lonely or focusing on other things in other areas. Another statistic that I found was by a website called Statistics, which it shows a graph for the United States of how many users are using the dating app from 2019 to all the way to 2023. It ranges from 22.5 million to 26.6 million users. So it's a big amount of people in the United States that use it, and around the world it's I think around 200 to 230 million users on dating apps. In conclusion, I think dating apps are very beneficial to the U.S. culture because we meet new people, we grow, and that's all I really have to say about it. Thank you for hearing me out, and I hope you have the rest of your week. Take care.